So I mentioned earlier in the show how Roger Goodell is definitely in some hot water, right? Especially after such a bad week for the NFL. But I want to talk about why I think this week is really about Roger's chickens coming home to roost. First, Roger Goodell came into the commissionership with a mandate to clean up the league. If you remember, at the time, there were plenty of players getting in trouble, and so to do so, Roger Goodell and the NFL implemented a personal conduct policy that was out of the realm of the collective bargaining agreement, which gave Goodell unilateral power as the judge, jury, and executioner when it came to discipline, even earning the name the Ginger Hammer. Now, for the most part, Goodell has done a good job, but there are two instances that comes to mind, right? Number one was the Ben Roethlisberger case, where he was suspended for 6 games, even though he was never charged. And then there was the whole Bounty Gate situation where former Commissioner Paul Tagliabue had to step in and resolve the situation, even vindicating some of the players that were wrongly or overly disciplined in the first case without transparent due process. To me, the problem starts when you're the sole arbiter without established guidelines, and then you end up making up things as you go along.
What we want to do is, by the policy that we implemented 2 weeks ago, is say, we haven't done this right.
And that's exactly what happened here. Not only did they not have established guidelines or policies for domestic violence, they waited for the legal process to play out and then only suspended Ray Rice for 2 games. The fact that Goodell not only didn't wait for due process in the past, but came down with the hammer on other people's issues is what made this situation even worse. There was no hammer and people was wondering why. Not to mention, when you're Roger Goodell, and you're seen as a person responsible for changes in the league to how people play defense, as well as how much players are being excessively fined or disciplined, you're bound to make some enemies. And like retired Steelers linebacker James Harrison tweeted, "It's not fun when the rabbit has the gun." And I'm sure Roger Goodell would agree with that. And to me, that said nicely. I want to thank my guest celebrity publicist, Crystal Jordan, for joining us for another amazing episode. If you need PR, she's a star in Enchanted PR. Check her out. I'm your host, Nick Nice. It is my honor to be the host of the Nick Nice Show. Thank you again for joining us. I'll see you in 7 days. In other words, I'll see you in a week. Until then, be easy, but most importantly, be nice with it. I'll see you next time. Deuces.